It was.
Welcome, guys, to episode 5 review of Westworld. And this episode was titled ContraPasso. And yes, this is packed with a lot of stuff in this episode. Yeah, quite a bit. So anyway, guys, I have, of course, with me, aka Mr. Boored. What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm doing well. We're late because of me, folks. Blame me.
Yeah. So if you are not watching this live, then you're fine. If you're watching it live, then sorry. And then we have Charles. How's it going, man?
Doing pretty good, actually. Yeah.
All right. So let's get it on the road. All right. So ContraPasso, a lot of stuff happened this episode. Thoughts on the episode? I'll start off with the latecomer because he might be slower if I start over him second. So Lou, how about you? How do you like the episode?
The episode was fun. Move on.
Really, Lou? Elaborate. Remember what we talked about?
I just did. The episode was fun. It was good. I liked it. We'll elaborate when we start.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You know, I want the feels. The feels. You know what, Charles? It's okay. Just we can leave Lou on the side. What do you think of the episode?
I thought the episode was well. I'll be honest. I thought the episode started out a little weak for like maybe the first 15 minutes, a little bit, but after that, the show got progressively better, and by the end of the episode, my jaw just dropped to the floor. I was not expecting that last scene where, damn it, I still don't remember her name, so I'm going to continue calling her the madam. She says, "Hello, Felix. We should talk." And I'm like,
Tandy Newton. I don't know her character's name, but I know her name is.
What the hell? I mean, I was not expecting it. It seems apparent now that that my theory was wrong. She's the madam is going to be the first one to become self-aware, and Dolores is probably going to be the second or third to become self-aware. So I stand corrected, and I'm shocked.
There are a lot of things in this episode. Now, the parts that you said were a little slow at the beginning were slow for a purpose, but also I think was there for people to catch. Is it Lauren or the guy that's with
Lawrence?
Lawrence and his friend?
No. Lawrence was the one with the man in black.
Sorry. The guy who's with Dolores, I forgot his name. Pretty Boy 1, since that's what we called him, or Pretty Boy 2, right?
No. It's Jackass and Cupcake.
Whatever. He and his buddy work for, looks like a rival company or a company that's looking to buy them. Because remember when they were walking through, it's like this part of the park is huge. It's really massive. He was like, this part of the park, this is an area where they just kind of built anything to kind of go. So the storylines here have not been updated. They're really like old school storylines here. And he was like, you know, he mentioned Anthony, like there's a guy one of the guys who started the park. He died, almost took them out of business, and we're looking to buy them. You know, that to me, I like that aspect. That are they other rival companies, or is it just another bigger company trying to buy Westworld? And then we find out later that the reason why the man in black has full pass is because he saved Westworld. He was the one who saved them 35 years ago. Financially.
Serious money.
Financially. That's why anytime they're like, he wants to, they're like, yeah, never mind. Just skip, you know. So I thought those little nuggets there, even though it was kind of quick, was cool, but he still didn't know who Anthony was. So my theory is Anthony downloaded himself into a host because somebody's talking to Dolores, and we know it's not Bernard.
Are you referring to
Arnold?
Arnold, right? I say Anthony. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
Arnold.
You're thinking Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Arnold. I think Arnold is alive in some form.
That's my theory as well. I think Arnold is alive, and I think this whole focus on the maze, I think at the center of the maze is going to be sort of this. The only word I can think of is habitat, where Arnold has been hiding out for the past 30 some odd years.
Yeah.
And I think the satellite uplink is his doing.
I don't think so. I don't think it's him, because I think that is somebody else. I think that's why I think that's the players from the outside, aka Pretty Boy.
Cupcake.
Yeah, that crew. I think that's espionage. They're trying to get data. They're trying to send it back. Maybe they're building their own type of Westworld, and they're trying to see how they can actually get a better park or so I think that's something that they're just laying that groundwork where eventually when they need to bring up that storyline, right, they can bring it, because this year is all about the Man in Black. I love that conversation with him and Ford where he was just like, you guys never provided a good villain, like, so I decided to spice it up for you. That whole crazy interaction where he's trying to find something, even Ford does not know what the maze is.
Because it probably has something to do with Arnold.
Yeah, it probably wasn't built by a Ford. It was probably built by Arnold.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was. I will say though, I love the way that Ford controls everything when he walks around. I mean, it's so casual. Like normally in any kind of show, it's like you press a button or you wave, you do something that's very unnatural just to have the machines react. When the Man in Black tried to cut Ford, I mean, he didn't even blink. What's his name again? Pretty Boy 1 saved him. And then he just basically queued everything back up again.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Wait, Pretty Boy 1, are you talking about Teddy?
Yes, Teddy.
Okay.
Teddy's Pretty Boy 1. Pretty Boy 2 is Lawrence. Lawrence is his name. Yes.
Lawrence is the guy, the Man in Black.
No, the Man in Black doesn't.
The
Man in Black doesn't have a name.
But he was with the Man in Black, and then he started the whole Steel Nitro.
Oh, okay. No, is it Lawrence? I thought it was something else.
His name is Lawrence.
Okay. All right.
Well, no, all right. His name is Lawrence, but when we saw him again in Pariah, he was calling himself El Laszlo.
Yeah, El Laszlo. Yeah, they changed him there to El Laszlo.
But at the end, when they got on the train, he said his real name is Lawrence.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
You see, this is why I was late, folks.
Okay.
I was getting refreshed.
You get refreshed, yeah. Meanwhile, Tanny Newton's character, aka the Madam, I mean, it's like, so I don't think she's self-aware per se.
Not yet.
No, not yet. No, because the previews from next week, she's asking him to make changes. So that means that she cannot progress on her own. If she remembers Felix, knows his name, and says, Felix, you have to make changes to me.
Well, if that's the case with the Madam, then maybe my theory still remains intact, because if you noticed in this episode, Dolores automatically shot all those people without being told to, and she said, "Oh, I just came up with a scenario where I'm not the damsel anymore."
More, yeah.
So
is remapping herself more or less than anything else.
Yeah. So I guess I'm still right that Dolores is going to become self-aware first.
Yeah,
so,
but I
boom.
Go ahead.
I think she becomes self-aware first, but she's not going to be the antagonist.
No, antagonist is the Madam.
No, I've said that since I first mentioned my theory, is that I think Dolores, out of all of the androids that are going to become self-aware, I think she's going to be the only one that's not going to want to kill anybody.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Madam she's had it. I mean, remember that from that last scene from last week where she was just like, you know what? I'm not dreaming anymore, and it doesn't matter at all. That's when you know that she goes, that's it, done. But it looks like she's content in living in that world. Now, the thing here is this. Does she think that she is aware, trapped in a world, or does she actually still believe some of that story that they told her, that those people are the guardians between two worlds? So if she still believes some of that, then she's telling the Guardian to upgrade her so she can go back. Because that could be it. That could literally be her thinking of, well, I've met the so-called Guardian of the world, right? I know his name, and I'm going to make him change me for that world. She doesn't know there's a big, none of them know there's a bigger world out there outside of the park. Nobody knows. So remember when Pretty Boy 2 was talking to his friend, and then he said something to Dolores, and Dolores is like, what do you mean the world out there, or the other world, or something like that? And he's like, you're not supposed to understand that at all. So maybe this season, even though we will see changes, they still don't understand the concept that this is just a park compared to everything else out there.
True. This is going to be one of those where we rewatch it again.
The episode? No, I don't think so.
No, not the episode. The season.
The season, yeah. I think there'll be a lot of. I think there are a lot of little things in there. One of the things I found interesting is also like it looks like there's a lot of class warfare outside the park. Especially with the guy who was trying to program the bird so he can get a job upgrade. And his friend was like, "Yo,
his partner's a dickhead."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And the other dude who was doing some creepy stuff. Oh my God. He's like, "I don't want to lose my job." I'm like, you work in a place that have cameras everywhere, and you decide to do that? I mean, I understand probably his salary cannot pay for, a stay in the park. But come on.
Use an employee discount.
Employee discount probably will not give you that much. Places like that, the employee discount is probably like 20%. And we know it's, how much is it a night again? It's like 100,000 a night or something like that.
40 grand.
That's 40 grand. See, I tell you, 40 grand is cheap for rich people. That place is too cheap. If I was them, I would charge at least $500K a night for all you can do in Westworld. I'm sorry. That's just me.
But you notice granted, we don't know how many are actual real humans versus AI.
In where? In
Westworld.
Well,
that's why they could be charging 40 a night.
No, the other where they went to, what's the name of that city again? Where Dolores and Pariah. That was all AI mostly in that place. That's a lot of machines to actually build. So it costs money. I mean, granted, it's been around for 35 years, so you could say depreciation.
Well, gosh, that was a lot of AI getting their freak on.
I mean, that's what the story is built as.
Yeah, to be honest, compared to the rest of the Westworld itself, that whole, the only word I can think of to describe it is brothel or super.
You mean Caligula? That's pretty much what they were doing.
Yeah, but that super brothel. I would have to. That place looked remarkably modern compared to the rest of the Westworld world.
Well, I think the idea there was to give people who go to Westworld a place where it really felt unhinged, completely. Which is why there's that a little bit mixture of a decor of the outside looked very, old Western New Mexico location, and then when you went inside to any of the brothel places, it was a little bit more high end because they wanted you to just go out on full debauchery. That was where the kids weren't allowed at all. I don't even know why people bring kids to Westworld still.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I still don't get it. I do not get it at all.
I mean, I understand if you want to take your kid to a theme park, that's all fun, but you don't take your kid to a theme park that involves murder, rape, debauchery, alcoholism, or any of that crap. I mean,
we got to understand one thing. I get your point, but we might be living in a future where there's no more Disney World, Busch Gardens, and stuff of that nature.
Screw that.
So Westworld.
No. I think it is. I think because remember when a fan asked to go check out the claws in Westworld, nobody knows exactly how the park is. You can't take pictures. You can't take your own pictures. They will take pictures for you and give you pictures. So imagine a friend goes to Westworld. All he does is he rides out. Remember when Dolores was painting with the horses and it's like all nature. So somebody goes there with maybe his wife and they just kind of chill, right? The whole time. And then you go back to the main city and there's a little bit of scuffle, but nothing crazy. And you know how sometimes they can redirect things. So by the time you get there, it looks like everything is normal. Right? There's no fights or anything. So you're like, yeah, Westworld is great. Like it was really peaceful, there's none of that high-tech craziness outside. And, you can go there and just relax with the family. Is great.
It could be one of those weekend getaways where you want to take your family out and just hang out in the country.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Look out mountain scenery and stuff like that. So
but for us watching it, we're like, really? I think for them, they need to create like a family only like town in Westworld. Maybe they do.
They probably have it. The problem is we'll never really see it because we're dealing with a bunch of cupcakes that like to kill things.
But I do find it interesting that Pretty Boy 2's brother-in-law basically brought him to Westworld to commit debauchery against his own sister. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously.
Well, that's why he's a jackass.
But he was smiling when he didn't save him. You know that, right?
I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to bait him in a situation where he's going to have his brother-in-law like cheat on his sister with Oh,
no. But no, I think that part is already passed. That's the first thing he wanted him to do in the first place. Remember? As soon as he got there, he was like, do whatever you want, bro. I don't care. So I think for I think for some reason, he's pissed at him that he just, isn't more assertive. He really is pissed at it. Maybe it was the fact that his sister married somebody like that. And he was like, what kind of guy is this that doesn't, doesn't stand up to me, doesn't stand up to anything? So he was like, Westworld is probably the perfect place to break him in so that he does.
And technically he did. He just left him there to theoretically die.
Yeah, and he just smiled there. Like you can see it was when he was about to get punched, he like smiled. He was like, finally, this dude has woken up. Which is, 'cause in a sense it's good for him because he was being too soft in Westworld. Westworld, you can't be, man. I mean, even the machines, some of them are just assholes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Anything else we missed in this episode that you can think of? Because I know there's a lot of things that happen left and right.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a few things. Well, we didn't get to see a whole lot of Bernard. Bernard only showed up in that one scene, which I thought was a little disappointing.
Yeah, I true, but I mean, I think it was fine. The fact that this episode was not necessarily,
you didn't need Bernard.
Yeah, a Bernard focus because they wanted to really show that there was something else interfering with Dolores other than Bernard. So first, for the first 3 episodes, we thought the code that Ford wrote was causing all these memories and stuff. Now, to a certain degree, that might not be the case. That might have added to it. That might have played a little bit, but it seems that, she's talking to somebody else. And maybe Ford's code has a different implementation altogether. So I think you throwing in Bernard this episode would just kind of skew things. You were like, oh, is she talking to Bernard? Or because we already know her and Bernard, it's one-on-one sessions, sit down, talk.
That's psychiatry session for Bernard.
Yeah, exactly. So she's getting an uplink. And to me, it seems like, what's his name again? Arnold. I want to say Ronald this time. Arnold is communicating from the grave somewhere in the maze, to her. So who knows? Maybe see, the weird thing I feel. I think at the end of the day, the Man in Black might be the hero.
He could be. They painted him out as the villain, but he becomes the hero where Anthony Hopkins becomes the villain.
No, I think Arnold is the villain for this season, and I think maybe even the Man in Black is the one who stops him because he was the one who wanted to bring down the park initially the first time.
Well, because you know how some people get. They don't want their creations to be out there like that.
Yeah, and the fact that, remember the conversation with Ford, and Ford was like, he wanted you to destroy this place, and you didn't. It means that he didn't stop her. It means that she just decided not to. So was she always had that ability to have some kind of sentient nature? I mean, the way they're doing AI in this show is not very traditional. Usually we're like, yeah, it begets AI, they get angry, and that's the end of it. Now we're not sure if someone is doing it, if they're doing it themselves, or if they're just half AI in a sense.
But this is what makes this show different from the rest.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking different paths. Not your traditional, you've got AI like in Battlestar Galactica, they want to rule the world. They want to wipe out human existence.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica. So great.
It was.
So great.
I haven't seen the show in years, but I need to watch it again.
Oh, dude, I did a rewatch by mistake. I basically literally put it on the weekend, I was like, let me just watch an episode, and that was it. I went through like a week. Lou's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I'm watching Battlestar Galactica. Like, you watch anything else? I'm like, no. I'm going to just finish it and watch it again.
Yeah, it was science fiction perfection.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, guys. I think that is it for Westworld episode 5 review, ContraPasso. What would you rate the episode? I'll start off with you, Charles.
For this episode overall, because of the slowness that it was in like the first 15 minutes of the episode, I'm going to have to take a few points off. So I would probably give this episode an 8.8 out of 10.
Which would be a 4.8. Bingo. Next up, Lou.
I'd give it a 4.5.
Even lower score. Wow.
It was,
Wow. I'm just messing with you. 4.5 is.
you know, it's kind of like I gave it a 1.5. Wow.
Wow. I would give it, wait for it, 4.75. Right there in the middle. Bam.
All right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I think it was a good episode overall. There were a lot of things this episode that they put in that really, for some people, messed up what they thought was happening in the show. And for others, affirmed a few things. So,
well, it changed theories.
Yeah, it changed theories, which is good. So I like the way they're going with the show. I want to see more people watch it. I don't know how the ratings are doing. I know Walking Dead took a chunk from the first episode, but that was to be expected. So if you haven't watched Westworld, definitely check it out. I think you really enjoy it.
If you would be up to it, I say we switch them.
Go
Westworld and do Walking Dead on Mondays.
We can do them back to back.
We couldn't do them back to back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What? We're gonna wait till after midnight to do both shows?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm just throwing out theories there. I don't know, man. Who knows? Maybe we could just. Who knows? I mean, one has ads, one doesn't have ads. So while there's commercial break, we can quickly go to HBO Go.
No, because if the show gets good, I might not want to switch back.
Anyway, guys, we'll let you know what we think about that. I wish at least one came out an hour earlier. It would save us so much trouble. Then we could really do it back to back at that point.
Yeah, because then
it
worked out better.
It worked out better. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Definitely hit the subscribe button and always enjoy your entertainment.
Boo.